Caitlin Clark's inspiring appearance at the Massachusetts Conference for Women. As the reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year and Times Athlete of the Year, Caitlin has been dominating on and off the court. From her approach to staying focused to her thoughts on the next step for the WNBA, let's break it all down. For the first time in over a year, Caitlin Clark has found a bit of time to relax, but let's be honest, relaxing isn't really her style. Between intense off-season workouts and a jam-packed schedule of public appearances, Caitlin's staying as busy as ever, and when asked how she feels about being constantly on the go, she said, "I like it that way. I don't want to get bored." And looking at her career, it's clear that boredom isn't something Caitlin has to worry about anytime soon. At the Massachusetts Conference for Women, Caitlin took the stage as the keynote speaker, joining Good Morning America co-host Robin Roberts for a conversation that had the crowd of 11,000 hanging on every word. One of the most exciting topics, Caitlin's take on the future of the WNBA. Thanks in part to Caitlin's incredible success on the court, the WNBA has seen a major surge in popularity. In fact, a record-breaking 54 million unique viewers tuned in during the regular season, and attendance at games jumped 48% compared to last year. Caitlin's thoughts on this growth, she said, "People are wanting to get in now, which is really smart because the price is only going up. Maybe they should have gotten in a few years ago. They would have made a great return on their investment." And she's absolutely right. With the league's recent $2.2 billion media rights deal, Caitlin sees this as a pivotal step for the WNBA's continued growth. As she put it, "The more we can play on national television and be more accessible to people, the better." Caitlin's confidence in the league's future is contagious, and when people really gave it a chance this year, they couldn't get enough of it. Now, let's talk focus. Caitlin Clark is one of the most driven players in the game today, but how does she stay focused with all the distractions around her? Well, Caitlin didn't hold back when Robin Roberts asked her about staying on track amidst the chaos. "I think I'm really good at that, actually," Caitlin said, drawing laughs from the crowd. It's no surprise though, Caitlin's competitive fire and love for the game drive her to stay focused no matter what. For Caitlin, it's about remembering how lucky she is to be where she is. She said, "There's so many people that would love to be in my shoes," and that reminder always brings a smile to her face. A little humility mixed with immense focus, that's what makes Caitlin Clark unstoppable, but it hasn't always been smooth sailing. Caitlin didn't even walk at her college graduation in 2023. After leading Iowa to the NCAA tournament championship game, she was drafted first overall by the Fever, and it was straight into training camp with her WNBA debut just weeks later. Talk about nonstop now. After the Fever's playoff run ended, Caitlin's finally had a moment to reflect on how much her life has changed over the past year. It's a whirlwind, but Caitlin's ability to reflect on her journey is just as remarkable as her game. And here's a fun fact you might not know. If Caitlin weren't dominating the basketball world, she might have been a restaurateur. She recalled how some of her best childhood memories were around a good meal, thanks to her mom, Anne, who's an amazing cook. Caitlin even had dreams of building a restaurant in her hometown of Des Moines, Iowa. It just goes to show that Caitlin's aspirations extend beyond basketball. So, whether it's on the court or speaking at major events like the Massachusetts Conference for Women, Caitlin Clark continues to inspire. She's not only a force in women's basketball, but also a trailblazer for the next generation. Before we wrap up, let's dive a little deeper into Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA and her long-term vision for the game. As a player who's seen her popularity skyrocket in just a short time, Caitlin has become more than just a household name. She's a key player in shifting the landscape of women's sports, especially basketball. Caitlin's passion for the game and her desire to see the WNBA grow is clear. In her talk, she emphasized the importance of continuing to build a strong media presence for the league. She's not just focused on her own success. She's committed to helping elevate the sport as a whole. With her strong belief in the value of the WNBA's media deals, Caitlin knows the future looks bright, not just for herself, but for the entire league. It's no wonder the WNBA is more popular than ever before. Players like Caitlin Clark bring an unmatched energy, passion, and excitement to the court, and that's why the fans are flocking to the games. They want to see more. They want to be part of the movement, and Caitlin's at the forefront of it all. Whether it's a buzzer beater or a signature move, Caitlin's determination and skill have set a new standard for future generations, and with the increased visibility of women's basketball, we're only going to see more amazing moments from players like Caitlin Clark. As Caitlin continues to evolve both on and off the court, there's no telling where her journey will take her next. One thing's for sure, Caitlin Clark is a star on the rise, and we're all here for the ride. Now, let's talk about Caitlin Clark's work ethic. If there's one thing that sets her apart, it's her relentless drive to improve. Whether it's in the off-season, between games, or during her public appearances, Caitlin is always pushing herself to be better, and her mindset is something we can all learn from. Caitlin's competitive spirit is what has helped her reach the pinnacle of women's basketball so quickly. She knows that success isn't just handed to you, it's earned through hard work, focus, and determination. Even with all the accolades and attention, Caitlin remains grounded, always looking for ways to improve her game, and her focus isn't just on herself. Caitlin is incredibly aware of the bigger picture, particularly when it comes to the next generation of players. She's passionate about inspiring young girls to chase their dreams, no matter how big. Caitlin's platform as a WNBA star is one she uses to advocate for equality, representation, and of course, the growth of the sport. When you look at Caitlin Clark, you're not just seeing a talented athlete, you're witnessing someone who is shaping the future of women's sports. The impact she's already had on the WNBA and beyond is remarkable. But this is only the beginning. So what's next for Caitlin Clark? Well, with her continued success, we can expect more records to fall, more inspiring moments on the court, and a whole lot more media attention for the WNBA. The future of women's basketball is brighter than ever, and Caitlin is leading the charge. As Caitlin continues to break barriers, she's proving that women's sports are here to stay, and that they deserve the spotlight. Whether she's making history on the court, speaking at conferences, or inspiring the next generation of players, Caitlin Clark is a name that will resonate for years to come. So as we wrap up today's video, let's remember one thing. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a game changer. We're witnessing greatness in real time, and it's only going to get better from here. Another key aspect of Caitlin Clark's success is her connection with fans. She's not just a player on the court, she's a role model and a mentor to so many. Whether it's through social media or events like the Massachusetts Conference for Women, Caitlin has taken every opportunity to connect with her supporters and inspire the next generation. She understands the importance of visibility in women's sports. By engaging with fans, especially young girls, Caitlin helps to pave the way for future athletes who will look up to her and aspire to follow in her footsteps. Caitlin knows that representation matters and that visibility can spark real change.